Spy X Family!
Woo! Tennis Arc's wrapping up pretty
the tennis
quick.
gauntlet that I wanted. They did skip past a lot of it, but we do have Mario Kart-esque power-ups and traps, and this is exactly what I was looking for.
I love it. I fucking love it. Oh. Play Rainbow Road here.
This motherfucker has a jetpack tennis racket.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, I love this manga. Yeah. I love this manga. I hate that it's been a fucking month since we got
I will never diss on the authors for taking their time. Also, I heard that like he's working on hiring more assistants because from what I understand, he wasn't expecting it all for this to get as popular as it did. So like, give him a fucking break while he staffs up to, you know, accommodate how popular this manga got.
No. No, but like legitimately, this I never gave 2 squirts of piss about tennis. This is making me care about tennis.
Tennis is fun. Don't fucking sleep on tennis.
I read The Prince of Tennis maybe
Fuck
3
the Prince
or 4
of Tennis.
times.
Not tennis fiction. Playing tennis is fun.
No.
All right, next video. David and Red play tennis.
I'd be down for content purposes.
I haven't played since my grandpa, who's now dead. My aforementioned dead grandpa. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I'll be, but I remember liking it.
I played it in high school gym because they made us.
Let's talk about a scene that I was hoping for. You're wondering if Lloyd is cheating on her. And by the way, we never forget, never let this go over your head. But her squeezing that tennis ball and like almost popping it is 100% a metaphor for her crushing his testicles.
I literally made that joke in the fucking Discord. I'm like, somebody needs to, put some testicles in her hand.
That's
and just,
the beautiful part about a woman like Yor. She'll love you. She'll be that like stereotypical feminine, loving, nurturing like wife. But if you ever fucking cross her, she will let it be known who is dominant. And I love it.
Oh yeah, man.
Also, she's got this is why I love her kind of character. She's got the Killua hands going on, like whenever like the such grip strength that like you got like muscly, veiny ass hands with like almost like the claws on your nails. Like, oh, so good.
Oh man, I don't know why this is, but this chapter comes out right at the perfect time for me to read it at work. Oh, yeah? So I'm reading it during my first break, and then I get the notification of like, this chapter's been released. This chapter's been released. This chapter's been released. I'm like, I can't read the rest of this shit for 3 hours, but I had Spy X Family to hold me over. I'm like a goddamn drug fiend at work. Like, I need to read this.
I'm too distracted by all the dumbasses around me to read anything at work.
See, I have a quiet fuck off corner at work.
Right.
It's
the aforementioned cum wall corner.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time.
Oh, yeah. You don't know the joke we're making? It was a Chainsaw Man reference. Not a reference to Chainsaw Man, a reference to one of our Chainsaw Man videos.
The tap me walls.
Mm-hmm. Also, I do love, too, that Anya's like desperately trying to assure her mother that dad will not cheat on her. No, Mom! And then she's like, oh, the cover is, I'm sure dad will bring home that trophy. And in my head, I was like, ... wife.
Yeah. He's already got
that was going to be the joke. Like, trophy wife? Is she the trophy wife?
Yor is the trophy wife.
No, they're both trophy wife. Wait, what's the plural? Is there a plural of wife? Is it just wives? No, that doesn't sound. I want like a platypi style.
Boy, what?
Like how platypuses is not the plural. It's a platypus. It's like platypi.
Okay.
That's true. Fuck you. I'm teaching you shit. Be grateful, goddammit. Bill Nye the Science Guy up in this motherfucker.
I'm Bill Nye the Science Guy up in this motherfucker. Quote book.
No, we can't abuse the quote book. We made this clear. The quote book is at full discretion of Shadow. Okay, now, Let's see here. So they immediately annihilate the muscly people, which I'm loving. Both of these women are amazing.
That proves that the WWE was bullshit. Steroids don't work.
Yeah. No, from what I understand, steroids are a lot more about aesthetic, but like your actual strength like won't actually be as good as you think.
Oh yeah.
Also, by the way, I just want to say, like, I'm loving the new trend in Jump of like very powerful like dominatrix women. Oh, please, God, yes.
I know it's definitely a turn on.
I think they finally realized that all weebs are fucking subs.
Subs or switches. Thank you.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. That's true. There are no dom weebs, okay? Because most
dom male weebs.
I like to think that most weebs. I can't. It's unfortunate because I've seen a couple that disprove this theory. But like I like to think that most weebs don't fall into the trap of like toxic masculinity. They do exist for sure. I've seen some incel-y ones. I've seen Twitter users that rhyme with schmacks the schmiro, that seem to kind of fall into this fucking shitty like tropey cringiness. But like for the most part, if you're paying attention at all to manga, typically it stands for pretty progressive values, pretty like, you know, not getting too caught up in your own like masculinity and like testosterone.
Manly Kia.
Yeah, like you know, scenes like in Ruby where Jean like wears a dress and like just vibes with it. Like, you know, I love shit like that. So like I don't know. Like that's my headcanon at least, is that the editorial boards are starting to realize like, wait a minute. Weebs are they don't just need the classic like shonen whammon who's just literally just there to be a submissive whammon. Like we're actually, not only are we okay with the dominant women, most of us are like, yeah, woo woo woo, bark bark bark, drool slobber.
Oh man. Yeah, like we just filmed Chainsaw Man. Go check that out. That probably came out first, or didn't. Who knows? None of these have been uploaded yet because we don't live stream them like heathens. But like shit, like Makima's the perfect example of this. Like you hate her ever loving guts, but also you're sort of attracted to her.
It's 2020 is the year of like amazing female characters, because Wano in One Piece, like if there's one weakness of Oda from One Piece, it's always been like his female characters have always been kind of just okay. Occasionally he gets a good one, like Vivi from the beginning is fucking amazing, but like a lot of times his female characters take kind of like a backseat. But in Wano, he's been fucking knocking it out of the park with amazing female characters, very strong female characters too, like both strong-willed and strong physically. So it just seems to be like the thing this year, and I'm fucking living for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've heard like it's pretty much across the board with Jump. I don't read all of Jump obviously because I'm not a fucking psychopath. I literally cannot physically read every series anymore.
Not with that attitude, David.
I know some of our viewers even read every series. I applaud you for having that much free time. That's why our Twitch exists. Plug.
Captain
like,
Ginyu, change now! And then I fucking take their live.
But like, fucking hell. Like,
no, you have to fucking live our lives.
Like, I would love to be able to live some of our fans' lives and have like infinite freedom right now.
Do you want to be Shadow? Just revert back to a 15-year-old who gets to sleep in until like 3 p.m.
That's my Thursday.
Oh yeah. You revert to a 15-year-old?
I sleep till like 4 p.m., stay up the rest of the night, play video games. You
do bring home 50 fucking nuggets from Wendy's, and that seems like a feat that only a fucking teenager could really handle.
And I devour them all in a live stream.
Check out our Twitch. Okay.
No, but like legit, this entire fucking series has been beautiful from start to finish. But this arc here, this tennis arc, whatever insanity.
Well, first of all, I do want to just say I don't think it's gonna be much of an arc because we've already skipped to the like finals here.
Yeah, true. But we also don't know how that's going to play out here.
I mean, I would love it if like this final match went like 3 chapters in an ever. Like I said last chapter video, I would love this to slowly escalate until it's ridiculous. Like I want the fucking roof of this building to open up, and I want them to fucking like launch over to a goddamn like mountain, like the mountain from GTA, and then they're like riding down like a mobile tennis court with wheels as they're like fucking fighting like bears and lions. Like that's what I just want it to get stupid.
They don't even have to go that full crazy.
No, they do.
You're wishful thinking. I'm smart thinking.
No, it's shoot for the stars and you might get the moon, slut. You'd be a horrible negotiator. I'm speaking right to the author right now. I say I'm gonna really just twist that knife in that self-conscious boy. Like, you thought you're all nervous now because you're popular. You gotta listen to your fans.
I'm not a sociopath like that.
Obviously joking. By the way.
I would love to see like Pokemon Gym style. Like they're just like, over here, here's a water wheel. Let's use that to change the trajectory of the ball. And fucking over here, there's like a magma flying out of the fucking... I would love that,
for sure. Because as we all know, and this is just real, if you're rich, you can accomplish literally anything.
Exactly, and all these motherfuckers are like 1%ers.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, like, I want to see a scenario where they just keep amplifying the cheating, attempting to beat Lloyd and Nightfall here, and they just keep going further. Like they keep they're still getting around it, and then the cheating just gets crazier and crazier. Like, yeah, what I said in the beginning was obviously ridiculous, but if we wanted to keep it in this building, like I'm talking like they keep pushing these buttons, like the lava comes, like you say, there's like knived like blades everywhere. They open up one and it's like a moat with alligators. Like I'd be down.
See, that's sane. GTA Mountain.
But what if that happens?
Then you called it. The year of red predicting shit continues.
Oh, I'd love it.
I don't know. I don't know how much longer we'll have this tennis match go on. We're obviously still here for the painting, whatever. Cool. What I want to see is motivations from the villains here. I want to know more
Motivation at the moment is money.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's anybody like this. Any James Bond villain is, I have money and power, and fuck you. That's why.
I want more money and power.
I want to control the world like a puppeteer. No, Mr. Lloyd, I expect you to die.
Also, I love this like gas thing they try to do, and then they get around that by basically hiding in the locker and trying to hold their breath as much as they can. What was I gonna say? That's what they do, right? They hide somewhere.
They hide really close together.
I'm saying that, but I just want to make sure here. Yeah, climb into the locker. Yeah. So they hold their breath and yada yada. So they only get a bit of the gas. So that's already something that they tried to do, and they're just going through all this essentially. I love also like the whip tennis racket is really cool. Like it's very anime. I'm a big fan. I think that's some cool shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, essentially now, like I'm just looking through here, and like I like her speech at the end here, where it's like this is the Twilight that I fell in love with. Like this determination. Like no matter what is in front of me, I will overcome it, and that is a very attractive trait. Like especially, I know a lot of people that like will follow their dreams no matter what. Like I was always scared to follow my dreams in terms of like the dream, like what I wanted to do.
But now you are with this YouTube channel.
Yeah, in a sense. And thank you in a way for sure. But like I remember I was the kid who was like, no, that's too hard. I'm just gonna go for a generic business degree and generic this and generic that because I just was negative about it. I was like, no matter what I do, I'll probably fail. Blah 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 blah. Whereas like I know, the first crush I ever had, she wants to be a marine biologist. Mm-hmm. And she's gone for it. Ever since I've known her, she's just gone for it. She's never faltered. Ever since I knew her, like first met her in like freshman year of high school, she wanted to do that. And now to this day, as like a 25-year-old, she's still going for that, like moving to different places to like get like training for it's wild, right? And like that is such an attractive trait in someone. So like I get it. I understand where she's coming from here. That like just drive to never give up and continue moving forward.
See, mine was to be a video game developer, and then I found out how toxic the fucking business was, and I also suck at programming.
Yeah, I was gonna say not even toxic. Like programming is a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah. My brain doesn't math very well, so
Mr. Friend PTSD intensifies.
Oh God, no!
It's a bad teacher that David and I both had.
I still am finding packets of bullshit from his class.
Mr. Friend wouldn't teach. He would just print out half the book and be like, "Read that by tomorrow."
And I'm now using that for bonfires.
Bonfire. Yeah, no, that's Mr. Friend is part of the reason David and I met, because he was such a shitty teacher that I needed a tutor, and that was David.
Yeah, and my tutoring at the end of the semester was like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, his tutoring was just giving us the answers. Like, here, I'll print out a cheat sheet for you. Just sneak this while you're fucking doing the test.
I also had 3 classes with the motherfucker, so in my defense, I also had to study.
No,
and
yeah,
they had
don't
me teaching...
feel bad at all for the college, because the college ended up going bankrupt because it was found out that they were, like, frauding, like, everybody. So, yeah, it's, David was not in the wrong.
Yeah, look up ITT Technical Institute closes.
Education for the future. Cuts to 5 years later, all closed down.
Yeah. But anyway, shitting on our former college aside, that's what creates supervillains, right?
Say again?
That's what creates supervillains, right? Getting the raw end of the deal here, and that's kind of what these... Who am I fucking kidding? These people are just pampered rich motherfuckers that are like daddy's little pawns.
I thought you were talking about you at that college, and I was like, are you trying to make like a Hitler failing art school reference?
No. No.
There's been a trend on TikTok I've seen lately where it's like, there's like a, I don't know what the audio is from, but he's just like, it's like, wow, look at this, and then it's like, oh, that's no good, and like like they're using the like text feature where it's just something typed, so like it was like, oh wow, look at this, and it says an aspiring art student in Germany, and then like it switches to genocide of an entire race. That's no good. And then there was one a lot more recent, but like it's just, I like the TikTok because it's really indicative of how quickly like one thing that you think wouldn't at all go bad can like fucking completely change the history of the world. Like one person can truly change the history of the world. Because I don't know if you remember, like George Floyd, they called the cops on him because he was using counterfeit money. That was it. Mm-hmm. So like that was the same exact TikTok. It was like, wow, look at this, and it's like it says, hey, this $20 bill looks kind of fake, and then it says the downfall of America.
Yeah, I mean we're kind of witnessing it.
That's all it took.
But like, you showed me that one when you were here editing and filming all the skits that we're going to be using for Chainsaw Man, and then soon we'll be incorporating more into Spy X Family.
I mean, just any time we think of a live action thing, we want to do more live action stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be like a specific like schedule for every time you make a schedule for something, it becomes a nightmare. Like we'll just do it when we get in the mood to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but that's our way of like, if you watch our Chainsaw Man, that's our way of trying to incorporate more visual elements into this shit. And like we've kicked around ideas. I talked about this over on Twitter, like of trying to like do little like a Joy Boy-esque animations in the background, doing little tiny like motions, Nux Taku style of different poses for our avatars, and that's what we came up with there. But yeah, like
I have one last thing to talk about, and it's with everyone's favorite girl, Anya.
Oh yeah, the living meme.
There's something that I just love how the author writes her, because like he really captures the like impatience of little children really well. I like it's a small detail, but it was like one of my favorite like parts of the chapter, even though it's such a small detail. It's like when she's like looking at the ball thinking to herself, like Anya's just in the background like the ball. Like Anya don't give a fuck, and it's even funnier because Anya can read minds. So Anya knows that Yor is currently having like an existential crisis, and she doesn't give a fuck. She's like, yeah, okay, the ball, please, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. It harkens back to me being the impatient little kid in a Kmart, spinning around on the floor because I wanted an Adam Power Ranger figure.
Oh yeah, making your dad increasingly want to kill himself more for daring to not wrap his dick.
I'm just sitting there spinning around, and my mom just picks me up and drags me out of Kmart. This was when Kmart was still a thing.
Oh yes.
And just sits me on the car, and then parents were like, "You're a bad parent. Would you rather he continues to make a scene in the Kmart, or would you rather I buy him a 55th Power Ranger figure?"
Excuse me while I lock this child in this warm car.
And she's like, calm the fuck down.
Similar to how when you put like a fly in a freezer, it'll slow down and fall asleep. Same thing with kids in hot cars, right?
Yeah, they
Don't worry, it'll put them to sleep. It's like when you give a kid warm milk.
Yeah, just one is temporary, the other is permanent.
That's why your brain is so dumb.
Yeah, maybe I should file for child.
As his mom is literally in the other room right now. Shoes on the other foot. Now, Mom, I'm going to put you in a warm car. What are you going to do about it?
You in a home. And, you know, the joke in that is my mom's in her fucking 60s.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go into details about your mom other than vagaries. Let's just say David could, like, fucking Sherlock Holmes his way around both of them. They're not the brightest.
I always have.
David's entire existence is led by fucking manipulating. I can't. I'm dead. Like, you give me the vibe of someone who could like live his whole life rent free just by like outsmarting your parents.
I mean, I've managed to do it for 29 years.
But all right, I'm gonna stop before that becomes a thing. I don't want to get you in trouble. Not as if they're gonna watch them.
Motherfucker, I have to duct tape the remote so my parents can use it. You think they know how to YouTube?
Beautiful. Wow. But anyway, final thoughts.
I want more Anya. I want more absurd tennis, and I honestly want to see how they continue to escalate the absurdities of the series, because now it's bordering between this suspense mystery style with all the lovely espionage, right? You also have the slice of life with their home life, but now it's kind of got that gag aspect in it, and I kind of am loving the
always
gag.
Kind of had the gag. It's just a matter of how hard they go.
But they've went hard in this bit, and I love it. I want to see how much more they can do with the gag elements, because let's be real, we've died laughing more at this than anything. If they could just, they could go full on gag and slice of life, and I'd be down with it.
Yeah, I imagine that's the direction it's going. And also, I want to see the tennis match get so absurd that Yor ends up somehow seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, because you're a rich fuck. So, like, what if they, like I'm saying, open the ceiling of the building, fucking, like, it becomes like a floating helipad in the middle of the sky, like a spectacle for everyone, and then, like, because I'm sure this rich fuck has, like, a public appearance. It'd be like if Jeff Bezos was like, I'm holding a floating tennis match above Madison Square Garden, just for funsies.
Yeah,
so it's like, imagine we have, like, a floating fucking, like platform, and it's, like, leaning back and forth to try to, like, yeet them off the course or something.
Oh yeah,
and yours just like, what is that in the sky?
Oh yeah, there is a famous concert that's been memed to hell and back. I'm gonna send this to you on Messenger. So when you say like going live, like high up in the sky, this is Kanye West and
of course
Jay-Z.
Kanye West.
And Jay-Z,
a certain for president. Did that go anywhere?
A couple states aren't even allowing you to write him in or vote for him.
Well, they can't stop anyone from writing anything.
Oh yeah, they're like,
but like, if they won't put him on the ballot, they probably won't put him on the ballot because it was passed.
Not on
Thank
the ballot.
Thank God, by the way, Jesus. Because if motherfucking Trump wins again because of Kanye West, like, the man needs to be yeeted out of the country. Not even out of the country, he needs to be yeeted out of orbit.
But yeah, so this was a certain song, a certain word in Paris. I can't say that as a white man.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah.
Let's call up Thurman.
I mean, if you want to. But yeah.
His fucking nickname on our Discord is, and this is his decision, is I'm here to say the N-word.
Yes. But yeah, like every time the song would stop, they would raise themselves higher to where they're like deities.
That's kind of cool. Oh, right, yeah, that is kind of his thing. He's like, calls himself Yeezy or whatever.
Jesus. But yeah, so every time the song went in, they'd start it back up, and then it went like 11 times. By the time that they stopped the song, they were like 600 feet in the fucking air or some bullshit like that. They got some record.
So imagine a scenario like that where she sees the thing and then she's like, oh, what is that? I can't make out what that is. Oh, I could check on the news or whatever. And then Anya's like, I gotta stop her from looking at the news.
Mommy, no.
And then, of course, by the way, never forget, Bond is playing tennis with Anya and Yor, and Bond can see the fucking future. So I imagine he's actually kind of good because he could literally just see where the ball's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's the absurdity I love in this manga. Like,
I just wonder if Yor not weirded out by the fact that this dog. Like, I'm just headcanoning here because we don't see it, but I'm assuming this dog is fucking absolutely ripping at this tennis match right now, like just annihilating, and then like probably better than Anya and better than Yor. And like, because she's such a wholesome woman, smart with her forte of killing, but like everything else, she's a little ditzy. And I get the feeling that she's like, wow, I never knew dogs could be trained this well.
Yeah, I can picture that being her thoughts on that.
Such a smart dog. Just cut to like action lines, like fucking like animated, like some goddamn Ghibli film, like whoa, just fucking doing like hard spins on the ball with like his dog mouth.
Now see, if I view the trajectory of the ball, it goes over there in 3.3 seconds.
Yeah, he's fucking Death Note tennising over there.
Yeah, I had to.
Well, anyway, final thoughts.
More batshit insane tennis, more wholesome slice of life. This chapter is fucking magnificent, as it always is. I hope that the editors or assistants that we get here help not make month-long breaks. Because fuck. It's been hard not having a chapter for a month. I respect the hell out of the author for taking a break, especially when they don't take like Togashi long breaks, because it's been 2-3 years.
Togashi's a man after my own heart, where like the problem with procrastinating is the longer you procrastinate, the easier it becomes to continue procrastinating.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Togashi is the rare mangaka that is just as lazy as us. Like a normal person. You know what I mean? All other mangaka are freaks of nature. Togashi's just a normal person.
This is true. If I was a mangaka, there would be one chapter a year.
I mean, Utenna's been trying to make our artist. She's been trying to make a webcomic for like years, and she keeps like trying to start the first chapter and then not liking it. Like that's how it be sometimes.
Well, I mean, that's the artist instinct. Like if it's not up to their standards, it's not up to anybody's standards. But the difference between an artist and a regular viewer is their standards are much, much higher than ours as a fucking reader, viewer, whatever form of media you're doing. Mm-hmm. And when you get into that mindset, this was me when I was trying to animate in fucking college, because I not only started doing IT shit before you and I met, I started like tinkering around with the Unreal Engine when it became free. I started tinkering around with Blender. And I kept trying, like, nope, this isn't good. I suck at this. Yeah. And
it can be very demoralizing when you want to do something, and it just, like, that was how it was. I tried to make an AMV a million times, and now I finally have one because I finally liked it, but it took hating it for a year, you know?
Mm-hmm. And scrapping it, restarting it, restarting it. See, the glory of Creative Cloud is being the account owner. I could see how many project files have been created. I'm like, wow, there's been a lot of scrapped files. I wonder what those are. I'm like, oh, it's just Red trying to be Red and being over perfectionist in his OCD. I'm like, I can't view any of them because I don't have the master file, so whatever.
My secrets stay safe.
You could be making a goddamn sex tape and I wouldn't know.
You'll never know.
But anyway, until a fortnight.
Everyone's got to have a side gig, David.
I mean, subscribe to Red's OnlyFans.
No. I'm just the editor. I'm going to edit other people's OnlyFans.
I might hit you up in a couple months.
If you really want that slow-mo cum shot, I got you.
Man, you can't even make the fucking slow-mo work in our other video.
Oh, please. That was an issue. That wouldn't be an editor's issue. If you're hiring an editor, I expect that you know how to send over files properly. If I got the files properly, that slow-mo wouldn't have been an issue.
You're the one that shot it, though.
No, it wasn't an issue with it being shot. It was an issue with how the files were sent over, that the slow-mo didn't work.
Yeah, it was Apple being Apple.
Anyway, let's fucking end this. Peace.